Hi, this is my follow-up to my slide video about a month ago when I did promise that I would show you how much progress I'd made in a month. And I have to say, I have not made much progress. This is very infuriating. I've been playing guitar for years, but I'm finding slide guitar really quite tricky. Lots of things seem different, but I'm doing my best and I have learnt a few tips and tricks. So I thought I would share what I've learnt so far. My metal slide arrived today. Similar size to my other one, a bit shorter, which is quite good. It's quite a lot heavier. I hadn't really anticipated that it would be so heavy. I've also needed a bit of extra funky foam in there to make it fit my finger. Kindly somebody said to me that the problem I was having with buzzing frets could be stopped by putting fingers behind my slide. So that's what I've been practicing. But it's really hard, and I'm finding that if I concentrate on the slide and putting my fingers behind, I'm still getting quite a lot of buzz. But what I found is that with the slide on my little finger, if I just concentrate on putting my fingers on the strings and just let the slide do its own thing, somehow that seems to help me. It's a lot to get your head around. It's a bit like when you're learning to drive a car, I guess, that everything just seems so awkward to start with and then suddenly it all clicks. So that's my progress across all three strings. When I'm just playing on one string, especially with this short slide, I'm finding that I don't need to have my fingers in quite the same position. Vibrato, which is a little bit different to when you're playing vibrato with just your finger. I'm trying to get the technique right really before I start playing too many different songs. But I have been listening to lots of people on YouTube. I thought I'd try and play a blues scale. So normally I would play it. I have found with my current favourite slide, which is this ceramic slide, that I've now removed the funky foam. When I very first started playing, I felt like I wanted the slide to be absolutely jammed onto my finger. But now I'm finding that I like to have kind of a little bit of movement within it, and I just bend my finger slightly to hold the slide in the right position, and that seems more comfortable to me. One of the things I found is that I was not holding my slide horizontal. Instead of the slide being horizontal like that on the fretboard, I was kind of tipping it up a bit, and that made the strings vibrate really weirdly. So I've been trying not to do that. I also have been trying to hold it exactly in line with the fret wire. A glass slide arrived, so I have been playing with that a little bit. If I show you the two slides up together, you would think there wouldn't be that much difference between playing two slides that are so similar, but actually it's been really different. My metal slide that I was so excited to play with, I'm actually finding really heavy now, and I'm not playing with it very much. Partly because I lost it for about a week. I thought that picks were the only things that went missing. I've been practicing with the slide on all different fingers, and at the moment I've decided that it seems to work best for me when it's on the ring finger. I'm going to try and show you how I hold it like that, and I hold this finger very close to it, and then this finger rests on it so that my fingers are actually keeping it steady, and that seems to be helping. The string's muted behind the slide. I make sure that my forefinger is actually resting on the strings. So that was a tip that one of you gave me. I can't quite remember who it was. This little finger just needs to keep out the way. It's very tempting sometimes to find that when I'm muting the strings with this finger, then I end up muting the strings the other side with my little finger. Again, it's just tricky. What I've been trying to do is take the slide off and play something with my fingers just on the fretboard, and then I put the slide on and try and mimic what I've just done. But obviously it's very different because when you're playing with your fingers are more upright and they're coming down onto the strings, but when you're playing with a slide it's kind of across the strings. So it is different. I'm finding that bending my wrist at the right angle to hold the slide absolutely horizontal and in line with the frets is really quite tricky. It's making my arm ache. I'm holding my arm in such a position that I think I'm probably not doing something quite right. Maybe I need to bend my wrist more. I've also been practicing scales quite a lot lately. When I'm practicing scales with a slide, it improves not only my scale playing and my memory of where the frets are, but it also is improving my slide playing too. So I think that's a useful tip. The other thing that I've been trying is to actually pick a G major scale on the top and bottom G strings and play both the top and bottom strings at the same time. And I'm really finding that that's helping me to make sure that my slide is horizontal. So it might be something that you want to try. Another thing I realised that I was doing was I was trying to hold the slide in position on the string I was actually playing. It seems to be easier if I put the slide across all 3 strings, then just play the string with my picking hand that I'm using and don't worry that I'm fretting the other strings as well. As I was trying to move my slide across to touch the different strings I was playing, that's when I found that it was slipping up off the string. This is a really new channel and I'm really grateful for anybody who comments, especially if they're offering me a bit of advice or a way to improve the channel. It helps me to decide what videos to do next. Let me know if there's something that you're really struggling with and I'll see if I can help. And if not, then I'll show you how I'm really struggling too. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Right, I will be brave. I will show you how much I've improved and I will say in a month, I think I've barely improved. But I will keep trying. Well, I hope that you can see that in a month you can improve a little bit, and I hope it encourages you to try and have a go. Get a slide, get a few slides, try them out. You need to find one that's really comfortable. I've had the 4 different ones. This is at the moment my favourite one. I can play it easily without the funky foam. I can't believe now that I actually put the funky foam in. If you missed my first video about playing the slide, then be sure to check it out. Bye for now.